Hello, everybody. This is the Paranormal Truth Seeker. Hey, I want to share with you an interesting story. I think that most of you will find it most intriguing. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Back in January, my mom had died, and I had stayed at the farm for a considerable amount of time by myself. So I was used to being at the farm. We just kind of watched over things. We knew if we didn't keep a presence at the farm that things would disappear. Now, in that time, I would do a little bit of hunting for hogs and other things that might be on the property. And I would go quite often by myself. Of course, I wasn't scared of anything, but I did hear a lot of interesting animals that I'd never heard before. I don't know what they were. I can't say they're paranormal, just maybe just weird sounds. Anyways, my son came down to stay with me, and he had talked about when he was in the farm and experiences that he had, and some of those with his friends when he was younger. So we decided to go out on the farm and maybe go hunting for some hogs and maybe just chat some and just get out in the woods, so to speak. Well, later that evening, my son had shot a hog, and anyways, it ran off in the woods, and we had thermal and lights and things, and decided to track it. We didn't find anything right away, so we decided that, well, if we go into the woods, it may be an injured hog, so maybe a little bit of a problem. We jokingly walked into the woods, and I told my son, I said, looks like there's a Bigfoot next to a tree. And any case, it was cold, and I walked up to the tree part way, and I got the thermal on it. My son walked up and said, "Yeah, it really looks like one." It didn't put off a heat signature. It was just a tree, just the shape of it. It was kind of odd. But as my son walked back to me, he said, "Hey, Dad, look at the moon." And I thought maybe there's something really weird going on with the moon, or curious, maybe a UFO. I don't know. So I looked over to where the moon should have been, and the moon was east of us. Now, we knew that place like the back of our hand. It could be a foggy night, and we could have walked to the property with no problem and walked back to the house. We could find fence rows or whatever. We just knew the property. So, anyways, I looked at the moon, and the moon was to the east. Now, the moon should have been maybe halfway or more across the sky, but it wasn't. And so my son and I began talking about it, and we looked back within about a minute or so, trying to figure out what happened. And the sun had traversed halfway across the sky. So my son said, "It moved again." And he was absolutely right. This was within a minute's time. Eventually, the moon went back to where it should have. We don't know what happened. We don't know if it was some sort of atmospheric condition. I don't know. But it was very, very odd. We both noted it. We both noticed it. We know exactly at that point where we were at on that property and where that moon had been and should have been. But I have to wonder, in all honesty, was there something going on? Again, is there some atmospheric condition? Is there some force that manipulates things? We knew exactly where we were. We knew where we could go to. Um, we knew. It wasn't like we were lost. But there are many times that people say things when they're lost that maybe the sun moves, the moon moves, something moves. Was there some sort of force or maybe sinister source that tried to get us lost? I don't know. I just have to wonder about it. I just thought I would share that story with you. Maybe you've had some like experience where maybe you got lost. Any case, maybe the moon moved, the sun maybe moved, something moved. There were two of us that saw it. I have no idea what it was. Again, maybe it was some atmospheric condition. Maybe it was something more sinister. Maybe it was something tied to the sounds that I heard in the woods at night. I have no idea. But I'll tell you what, the next time we go there, I'll be paying attention. Well, this is a Paranormal Truth Seeker. I hope you enjoyed this story. Reach out in the comments and let me know if you ever had some experience like that. Thank you for listening to my story. We'll share more stories with you in the future. Again, please like and subscribe. Thank you.